What's happening, people? So I'm giving you my UFC 102 predictions. Now with more calcium. Now then, moving from the way bottom to top to the next up, we have Marcus Aurelio versus Adam Dunham. Don't really care about this fight. Anderson versus Eddie Herman. I'm picking Ed Herman on this, but every time I pick for Ed Herman, he loses, and every time I pick against him, he wins. So I'm just picking him just because Aaron Simpson's just had like 5 fights, and that's about it. Even though I don't really like Ed Herman. Next up, we have Krzysztof Sozinski versus Brandon Vera. I am picking Sozinski by a decision because Brandon Vera is way too on and off, and although Krzysztof is a late replacement, he has been fighting very recently, and very active. He's been very active. I'll just leave it at that. Next up, we have Todd Duffy versus Tim Freshman Screen Hague. I am picking Tim Hague due to the fact that he has my first name. That, and well, he beat the crap out of the Pat Barry hype guy. Next up, we have Justin the Inane One McCauley versus Mike. I should have been in the UFC a long ass time ago, Russo. Mike Russo tap out first round because Justin McCauley is, well, despite being a black belt, he has almost been submitted by Anthony Hardonk. And well, I am picking either Armbar Kimura because that seems to be the only submissions that you can get, that you can beat him with, I think. Next up, we have Chris Tushuru, whatever the heck his name is, against Gabriel Gonzaga. I'm picking Chris Tushner on this because, well, Gabriel has looked very lackluster, and well, I just don't really think that Gonzaga is. I think Gonzaga is turned kind of more or less into kind of a gatekeeper now. Like, all he did was one big victory against Krokop, and boom, that was about it. And well, Chris Tushner is also a very good wrestler, and wrestlers usually beat jiu-jitsu guys. Next up, we have Nate Marquardt versus Damien Meyer, and I'm picking Nate Marquardt in this fight by 3rd round stoppage because Damien Meyer has no hands, has no cardio, sick jiu-jitsu, but I think Nate's smart enough and more experienced enough to do that and just get out of submissions. So I am picking it to be a late round stoppage. I am picking against Thiago Silva versus Keith Jardine. I am picking Keith Jardine by a decision because apparently Silva tends to gas, no real wrestling, also to take Keith down. I'm actually not really looking forward to this because it's more of a I just don't really like either of these guys. I like Jardine, but I know that it's really more of just a gatekeeper role or placeholder role that he's been in for quite a while. And Thiago Silva I never really caught on to the hype of. I said we have Nick Catone versus Mark Munoz. I'm looking forward to this because I like Nick Catone a lot for some reason. Mainly it's just because he has tried to fight Amir Sadal twice and couldn't get to him, and now when he's in it, he finally wins and has then lost once. So I am picking him to win because Mark Munoz is is a bit undersized for the weight class, and well, I just don't really think that he's really that good. And for some reason I picked knockout against him, but I'm picking submission now. Next up, we have Chris Lieben versus Jake Rosholt. Chris Lieben easily by KO because Rosholt has like no boxing defense. Like, he punches, but he's like a Nick Diaz fighter. He goes leaves his chin way out in the open. I kind of like this thing. That should be part of a dance, like the Nick Diaz. I'm doing Nick Diaz. Okay, anyway. Being retarded. Okay, next up we have Antino Rodrigo Nogueira, or the older twin, which I am a twin also, which is kind of making me biased against him, biased for him against Randy Couture. I am picking Antonio to win due to the fact that Randy Couture, yes, he's good. He is overhyped to the max. Although he's almost 50, he doesn't look like it. Yada yada yada. But, and it's also in his hometown. But he is a good wrestler. However, he is a positional wrestler. Off his back, he is complete and utter garbage. And I think even a crappy Nog like the one who fought Frank Mir could probably beat a good Randy Couture if he got him down. I am picking him to win via tap out because I really just don't see a shitty Nog trying to stand with Randy, and don't even see a good Nog standing with him. But I'm just thinking that, seriously, Randy, just please retire. Hopefully you just retire even if you do win this fight. Go off on a winning note, like Genki Sudo, because he's awesome. And then Nog, if he loses, well, don't really know what he should do. But I really am hoping that he doesn't win, that he doesn't lose, because, well, I just like him. He's a twin. Anyway, those are my picks. Now this has been a little bit more rambling than most, but if you don't like my picks, you can just go not watch it. And that's about it, unless you want me to do, I won't do the WC 1 due to the fact that there's a lot of people I don't really know, and after this WC 1 I'm kind of crestfallen because Miko Torres lost. Anyway, peace out. Probably be doing my fight night predictions if it's closer than I thought it would be, because these UFCs kind of sneak up on me for some weird reason. Okay, anyway, that's it. Peace out.